right, welcome back everybody to Chart Talk with Ray. Today is March 31st, 2025. It is Monday, 6:57 a.m. How is it going? We all know I don't trade on Mondays, but we are going to go ahead and break down all of these pairs over here on the top right for you for the week. So I already do have Bitcoin marked off. I marked it off with one of my students. I will go back over it for you. Okay, so let's start off with clearing off our chart and analyzing the daily. Okay, so a few things I do notice when I hop on here right away. One is that we are in this big uptrend. Okay, you can see we're making higher highs, higher lows, all the way up until price broke here. Right now that I know the overall trend is up, I also noticed that the immediate trend is down. Right, so remember that the higher time frame is telling us to buy and the lower time frame currently is telling us to sell. So with that being said, we do want to watch for price to turn around at some type of area, right? So the reason why I did mark off here is because with this wick here and price action here lets me know that there is some type of buyers in this area. That does not mean that when price comes here, automatically price is going to turn around and break its all-time highs, right? No, this just means that if price comes into the zone, to be cautious or be aware that price may turn around here. Coming over here to the left, I do have this alert down here because as you can see, there is a multiple signs of resistance at one point. And if you have been trading for some time now, you do know that when resistance is broke, price comes back and typically uses that as support, right? So as of right now, we're looking to see if price can break above this and give us some type of pullback to this resistance to take price all the way back up. So the bigger picture is we're looking for this bigger retest to take price on up. Now, we don't know when or where that retest is going to come in. This is why we marked off this area there, and this is why we have this area down here marked off as well. As a trader, all we have to do is wait. Be patient until price pulls into one of our zones. Let's see how the candle closes, and then we'll make an educated decision on what we are going to do next. US30, like I said, I've already had all of this marked off, but we will go back through and see what will happen for the week. All right, so just like Bitcoin, two things I do notice: overall trend is up, immediate trend does look like it's taking some type of dive, right? So you do want to be careful because we are in some type of downtrend or retracement, right? But overall price is very bullish. With that being said, what will we do? Over to the left, we do see that we have some type of resistance in this area, some here, keep on coming, and you see we got something there, here. So as of right now, I can say that there is some type of buyers in this area waiting for price to pull back down, give us some type of rejection to take price back on up, right? That's what I'm looking for. But you also want to be careful because we did reject in this area one time. So that means there is some type of buyers in this area as well. There is many times that I've seen price come back to some type of small support just like this to turn around and turn this whole movement back up, right? So this is why we have these two areas marked off, so we can see how price reacts in them. It doesn't matter where it's at. You don't have to be specific, but I do have them marked off in the middle. Gold, I have not marked off since I've drawn this up. It's just that I marked off so beautifully, I don't want to mess it up. Way up here, gold is bullish. There is no doubt about it, right? So with us knowing gold is bullish, what or how do we know when to enter, right? Well, when you are in an uptrend, you don't enter at the higher highs, right? You enter at a higher low, which means at some type of pullback to take price back on up. As of right now, we're looking for some type of pullback to give us our higher low to then give us our next higher high, right? So right now, this is our higher high, higher low, currently at our higher high. If we do want to capitalize on this specific leg, on this specific push, we want to wait for price to give us some type of pullback at a higher low to give us our next higher high potentially, right? So if price could potentially give us some type of pullback, maybe even to this minute resistance broke, now going to be used as potentially support, then you may see price give us some type of pullback there. Oops. Right? But if not, I do want y'all to watch this area down here and definitely down here somewhere, right? Even up here. But as of right now, let's just watch this first area of support. Price does give us some type of pullback in this area. We'll see what price does and see if we can capitalize on the next push up. Nasdaq, now I don't really trade it, so we're gonna move on. Let's delete that. Pound USD, I did mark this off with my student. All right, let's see what we can do. So pound USD is ranging, okay? How do we know this? Because look at this, it just looks disgusting. Anyways, we are here, okay? I can tell you we do have some type of resistance here coming all along here, and potentially if we continue on up, we might hit more resistance in this area. So with that being said, I'm going to drag this all the way over here, knowing that when price comes in this area, we may hit resistance, right? Okay, so as of right now, I would like to see if pound USD can give us another push up into our zone before doing some type of movement or bearish candle to let us know that price may be headed back down. Now this is the weekly, so it may take some time for this to play out. Okay, so this is the daily chart. Now this is what I mean when you pull back to the higher time frames and then go down to the lower time frames, you may be confused as a new trader, right? So don't do that. But as an experienced trader, this is how you gauge your sniper entries or whatnot, right? So with the weekly coming into some type of resistance, we go on down to the daily, and now what are we seeing, right? Well, I'm seeing two things. I'm seeing that from here to where price is currently at, we are in an uptrend, okay? We are in an uptrend, but overall on the weekly, it looked like we are in a downtrend. We're just in a pullback, right? So be careful with that. That's how many traders lose, is that they get confused. They'll come down to the daily, see downtrend or an uptrend, and then go to the higher time frame, and then they're just confused, and then they'll hop down to the 15-minute and be super confused, right? Let's not do that. But anyways, for the demonstration, the daily chart on pound USD is currently trading higher highs and higher lows, which means we are in some type of small uptrend. Okay, I do believe the uptrend will continue on in this area, like I said. So with that being said, let's see if we can find some type of support area that will take price back on up. Right now, we do have small support here. We do have some type of small support here. And I do see we have another type of resistance. Now watch. Okay, so this was used as resistance at one time. All right. Price came up here, resisted, came back on down, did all this, broke above. Now I do believe price will use this again as support to take us back up into our area, right? Okay, so with that being said, I do want to see if price can give us a pullback into one of these areas to take price back on up. Color these blue so we know their support. All right, so other than that, we are just going to wait for price to give us a pullback back into one of our zones to take price back on up. Okay, now let's move on to Tesla. All right, Tesla is doing a little bit different than Forex, than cryptos. This is actually a backed company and it does move a little bit different, but all the technicals of trading are the same. If you know how to trade Forex, if you know how to trade stock, futures, it's all the same. Tesla, right? From this area to this area, price is currently trending down, right? Tesla is in some type of downtrend in the moment, but overall, Tesla is very bullish, right? So with that being said, right, since we do know Tesla is in some type of downtrend, if you could or want to short this, you just want to look for the next shorting position, right? But with how strong Tesla is overall, I would not want to short this, right? I would just wait for some type of pullback to give us a price to take price back on up, okay? Now, with that being said, I can tell you there is some type of support in this area. There's some type of support over here. And even on down here, right? But for the sake of the demonstration, let's call our support down here. Okay, so if price can give me another pullback into this zone down here, give me a rejection candle, I would like to buy Tesla on back up, right? But with how bearish Tesla has been, you want to be careful, okay? You want to be careful in roughly the area where it's at now. You may see price struggle to break above, which mean we may be heading on lower to the area I assume down here. Okay, so let's watch out and see. But overall, I do want to see Tesla actually break its all-time highs sometime this year or next year, right? Now, lastly, in the video, you can see I went ham on this drawing, this markup. This is more in depth for the person that wants to know exactly what I'm thinking in my mind when I analyze these trades, right? I do believe these moves are predetermined, just some people can't spot them right away. Now, let's start this over. Okay, same thing with NVIDIA. It is very bullish, but this year it is taking some heat and it is taking a pounding, right? So with that being said, currently NVIDIA is trading bearish, right? So you want to be careful with that. I do also notice we have some type of support down here and some type of support down here, right? So with that being said, I'm gonna highlight this so I know when price enters this that there is buying power. So be careful with your shorting positions, right? This does not mean to take a buying position. This just means to be aware or just let me know where we are in price, right? Now that we do know that price is bearish, we may see price give us some type of pullback to give us another push on down. I also can tell you there is resistance up here. Got some over here. See? So overall, we do know that there is selling pressure as well in this area. Okay, so now we are in a range, and with that being said, price will and more than likely bounce on here for a good amount of time before deciding to do something like that. That is our chart talk with Gray. That is our weekly breakdown. I will be coming back on here on Friday so we can do a Q&A and we can analyze and see how all these pairs played out for the week.